What's up, everyone? It's your boy Scott. Welcome to the Scott Report, and welcome to the 12 Days of Anime, a time where us YouTubers get together and share our favorite content that we enjoyed and various other things throughout the year. And we are finally here. It is day 12. It is Christmas Day. We finally made it. Everybody that weathered through the storm, it is finally the 12th day. And what better way to end things than to show you my top 5 anime of 2015, countdown style. So I do hope you guys enjoy it. I put a lot of work into this, and this is just the 12 days of anime overall. Everybody gives their all this time of year because we want to show our best, and we want to make sure that everybody sees what each other's channels has to offer. And this has been an absolute blast, and it makes me more excited for 2017 because as each year goes by, I look at things that I can do better, and I hope 2018 is going to be better for everybody overall. So thank you to everybody that's came through, watched the videos. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thanks to everybody for participating in the 12 days of anime. Thanks to all the viewers. Oh man, it's like it's refreshing, but it's sad at the same time because it's over. But hey, it doesn't have to end here, as we can just keep going and going and going. And I hope that everybody made some connections. I hope everybody made some new friends. I hope people have gotten closer to people that they knew already. And I just hope for all good things coming into 2018. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. Quit talking so you can get to the countdown. If you liked the video, go ahead and drop it a like. And if you want to hear more, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as there's not a shortage of content for you guys to indulge on this channel. Thank you to BB's World for overseeing this 12 days of anime, making sure everybody gets the exposure and love that they need, and try to get as many people out there as she can. You have done a fantastic job once again, and once again, thanks to everybody who participated, stopped by, showed love, all of that good stuff. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, however you decide to celebrate it. I hope all is well. It's your boy Scott signing out. Let's get to the countdown. Here it is. See you soon. Coming in at number 5, Shingeki no Bahamut Virgin Soul, aka Rage of Bahamut Virgin Soul. If anything, this series was enjoyable, and for me personally, the best display of a fantasy series to date. Getting to flex his muscle with 24 episodes this season instead of 12, the series had even more time to display his world, lore, and characters to an audience that missed the boat the first time by being pushed by anime strike on Amazon, who we all have our feelings about, but that's besides the point. However, that's a big part of the problem too. Season 1 is still rather unknown, and Virgin Soul, although accessible, gives viewers more satisfaction if you followed the first season. But that is the point of a sequel, right? The series had its bumps, but I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't amped to see this series every week, or that I left unsatisfied by the end of the episode. Even though it was some I just wondered what was going on, or was kind of confused about the direction that it was going. Plus, the visuals were among the best animation of 2017. Mappa went all in with this, from the music to the animation to both of the openings. This series just hit all the points that it needed to hit, and for that it has earned a spot on my list. Coming in at number 4, Recreators. What more needs to be said about this series that I probably haven't said back on my series review video that you can also check out? But why is Recreators on the list? Maybe for that same reason that I don't think anybody can argue with. It's originality. Recreators is one of the most innovative series of all time, especially in a time where being unique is very difficult. In fact, the setting of Recreators is in a realistic world where it gets to break the fourth wall and acknowledge the flaws of anime, manga, light novels, video games, and everything of the sort. And that world is once again a shining point of the series. Now, the ending left a few things to be desired, and it left big things unresolved with a certain fan favorite character, especially one of mine. But I also wasn't a fan of how it all played out. But at the same time, it didn't kill my love for this series. I left very pleased with the series and the ending overall. The pacing may throw off the impatient, but once again, this proves that Recreators is way beyond what we expected it to be as a series. And it has more to offer you than just an action fest if you're willing to dive in and be enthralled and entertained by the story that it has. And for that alone, it has gained a spot in my top 5. Coming in at number 3, Boku no Hero Academia, aka My Hero Academia. Come on now, it almost feels unfair to put this or Attack on Titan on the list at all, but when you are good, you are good. And Boku no Hero took the expectations of season 1 and just exceeded it with season 2. The sports festival arc and the Stain arc was the moment that us manga readers were waiting anxiously for anime onlys to see. And that last test with Deku and Bakugo near the end of the series, wow. Boku no Hero Academia's popularity will only go up from here, and it gets better and better and better. And anime onlys, you better hold on to your hats, because trust me, season 3 that is coming next spring will only raise that bar even more. And depending on how far along we get, we ain't seen nothing yet. I assure you that. And this series overall is no doubt a member of the Shonen Jump Big 3. It isn't officially, but come on now, it has been doing too well. It's too successful and too popular not to be in the Big 3. And because it was so well done by Bones, it earned a spot on my list. Coming in at number 2, Made in Abyss. The absolute dark horse of 2017. Made in Abyss was under everybody's radar. Of course, there was manga readers out there, but still, coming into summer 2017, the series was practically unheard of. I know it was for me. Plus, it received an anime adaptation so quickly. At the time that this series came out, the manga only had about 42 chapters. I know I was drawn to the series by its description because I love a series about adventure as much as I love psychological. However, I wasn't too keen on the animation styles. It looked like it was going to be very cutesy. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot funnier than it was. I thought it was going to be a type of comedy series. I didn't look at it that way when I first saw it, but once I got into it, boy, did that change quick. I mean super quick. This series gets serious and it gets dark and it's subtle at first, but each layer of darkness, like the layers of the abyss that they have to travel through within this story, gets darker and darker and darker and even more fucked up at an impact that I haven't felt since Madoka Magica, or most recently ReZero. And it really is good at making you want more at the end of the episode. I could not wait to come back for more every Friday. This series used to make my Friday just to watch it and be enthralled in the world that it has. And trust me, once you enter the abyss as well, if you haven't already, you're not going to want to escape. Now, where's that season 2 already? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I know you're looking at the title card, I know you're expecting number 1, and moreover, I know you're looking at Ancient Magus' Bride and seeing the S runner-up, and you're going, have you lost your mind? Are you insane, Scott? And honestly, I don't disagree with you. I know I'm being weird about this, I'm sorry, but hear me out. Does Ancient Magus' Bride deserve to be number 1? Yes it does. I'm completely admitting that, but see, it has me in a bind because it has 24 episodes and it continues on to January. So technically, because it's not a split core, that means it could be nominated twice, right? In 2017 and 2018. Is that how this works? I don't know anymore. My mind. But anyway, I had to make it fair. I had to give this runner-up and not number 2 because it doesn't deserve second place. But I can't put it as number 1 because what I think is number 1 is also equally as awesome. But at the same time, this series is so good and it is magic done right. And I know we also said that about Little Witch Academia, but Magus takes us into a different type of world, a more realistic one, a Harry Potter type of world even. How modern and more authentic and realistic it feels, and every single episode of this series is beautiful. That is the best way to describe this series. And I'm probably going to use that a lot before I'm even done talking about it. The music, the art, the characters, the story. Wit Studios deserves a major pat on the back for the adaptation of this series. The relationship between Chise and Elias is so enchanting, weird, funny, beautiful, powerful, and all the different aspects of magic and sorcery and the type of characters and beings and things that we're seeing in this world and in this series is all introduced so well, and they play such a big part in that beauty. And there's also a certain mystery and magic about it as well that keeps you coming back, especially with Elias himself, as there's something dark about him that we're beginning to see little by little by little, even though he has grown through that and came into a light of his own, but I think it's still something that we're not seeing that's gonna shake us to the core. And guys, a bad episode of this series doesn't exist at the moment, and a bad episode of this series will probably be the best episode of anything else that's out there that came out this year. And we're only halfway done. Ancient Magus' Bride gives me the feels each and every week, and I love it so much that I just couldn't settle for it being number 2. Not that runner-up is even better, but I had to give it its proper credit. I had to give it its honorable mention, and I had to bow down and give it its respect before I got to my number 1 pick. And finally, coming in at number 1, the winner of my anime of the year is SHOUWA GENROKU RAKUGO SHINJUU. The injustice that this series gets next to no attention can't be ignored by me any longer. I just couldn't do it harm again and not put it at my number 1, because who would have thought that an anime about stage performances would be as good as this was? I know I didn't until I gave it a chance at the end of 2016, right before it premiered in the winter of 2017, and it was the ultimate relaxation series for me. I mean, I would literally wait until nighttime to watch it, then I would get the feels. And yeah, it's that type of series. Now, season 2 of this series jumps ahead in time to the life of Yakumo many years after his success and tragedy that occurred in season 1. And season 2 is actually the jumping off point that season 1 left us off right after the first episode, as the entirety of season 1 was a flashback. In season 2, we get to see Yakumo as a man who is now battered, fatigued, and beat down by his life, as he was held all this hurt and regret within him and wanted the root of it all, which is Rakugo, to die with him. On the other side of this all was his student Yotaro and his daughter Kanatsu, which I put in quotes, who wants to keep both the art and their teacher alive, and want to watch Rakugo grow in a world where it's becoming a lost art, a world that is in the infancy of the digital age, with technology and other works trying to change Rakugo or get it to fade away. This season is very much about the fight of preservation of the art as much as it is a fight against death, and that's just the gist of the story, because it gets even more wild, serious, heartbreaking, and everything that you can name. A series like this can change how someone feels about anime. Of course, us otaku know that there's more out there than just shonen, ecchi, and hentai, but this series makes you think. It's a series that makes you feel, and it's a series that you will absolutely enjoy the story, and Rakugo has an abundance of that. And would you look at that, this series is actually about storytelling. Poetic, symbolic, dramatic, and well deserved as my number 1 anime of 2017, and I highly suggest you check it out if you haven't already. I'm almost confident you'll feel the same, no matter what walk of anime life you're on.